Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Today I decided that I would film my selfless tanning routine, and if you are new to my channel, you probably don't even know the difference, but if you're not, you probably saw the thumbnail and you're like, what is she talking about? So this is a new series that I'm starting on my channel called Worth the Hype, and this is just going to be where I purchase products everyone raves about and you see people loving, and this is just going to be my opinion to let you guys know if it really is worth the money and obviously worth the hype. So the demo will be at the end, but first I just wanted to give you guys like a quick review of this little product. And as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail and all that stuff, you know that it is on the Loving Tan Selfless Tanner. So let me just go ahead and tell you off the bat that yes, this is definitely worth the hype. I have the Deluxe Bronzing Mousse in the shade Dark, and they do have 3 different shades with 2 different formulas. So the shades are Medium, Dark, and Ultra Dark, and the 2 different formulas are what I have, the Deluxe Bronzing Mousse, and then there is the 2-Hour Express. So this one you're supposed to apply and let it develop for 6 hours, and the other one, of course, as the bottle says, is 2 hours. So I just picked this one up just because I wanted to try it, and being a stay-at-home mom, it's already hard enough for me to get 1 shower in the day without him like ripping open the curtains or trying to time it when he takes a nap or anything like that. So I just went ahead and did the 6-hour, and I actually sleep in mine because I let it develop a little bit longer. So the 2-Hour Express was just out the window for me. It wasn't going to work because there would be no way that I would have enough time to take a shower, to exfoliate and all that, because they do recommend that you do that using this product, and then also get in the shower again after 2 hours and rinse it all off. So I went ahead and picked this one up, and I did get the shade Dark just because I'm not super fair. I'm fair in my opinion. I'm like a natural NW13 in MAC. So if you're familiar with MAC foundations, you know that that's the second to lightest shade, but I'm not super fair. It's just what works for me. Obviously it's January, and just a little backstory to myself, how I started self-tanning. My friend Cameron, she sent me like all these little Snapchats of like all her different self-tanning lotions and self-tanners. And so I decided that I would pick one up. She's like, you definitely need to do this because my mom is like, she'd be like an NC like -5 if they made that shade. She's super fair, and for as long as we've grown up, my mom always got on to me and my sisters for getting out in the sun. She said, you're gonna look like a leather couch when you get older, you're gonna have wrinkles, you're gonna be so upset that you went and laid out in the sun. And so this summer I decided that I was just going to live in sunscreen whenever I was out by the pool and not try to lay out deliberately to get a tan. Anyway, I wanted to mention this just so I could show you guys, maybe if you just wanted to kind of just dip your toes in a little bit of self-tanning, that you could try this one before you spent the money, even though it's totally worth it. So again, this is the Loving Tan Deluxe Bronzing Mousse in the shade Dark, and I liked it so much that I picked up my boyfriend one because he is super fair. He's my little snowflake baby. Which, was that too far? I don't care. Okay, I'm going to try to break down the price a little bit based on the 2 formulas and 3 different colors. So the medium and dark is $34.95. The ultra dark in both the 2-Hour Express and the Deluxe Bronzing Mousse, which is what I have, are both $39.95. And the 2-Hour Express, just in general, is $39.95. It's just $5 extra for, a faster development and, a darker color. So that's no big deal. It's $5 extra. And then on their website, you can also put in a coupon code, which you can find them anywhere. I think one of them, Stephanie or Julia, something like that. You can find the codes, and you can put in their code and get a free bronzing mitt. Well, I got mine over the Black Friday sale, so when I typed in the Black Friday code for, I think it was 30% off, I was not able to use the code to get the free mitt. So the one that I use is not from Loving Tan, but this is what the one from Loving Tan looks like. So it's just black, and it has like velvet on the other side, and my friend Cameron was able to get one of these when she purchased hers, and she did tell me the other day that some of the velvet kind of wore off on her arm. She didn't like that too much, but that's not a big deal because you can always purchase another mitt. So this is the mitt that I use that I picked up at Ulta, and it is the Tropez Mint. And the reason why I really wanted to show you guys this is not because there's a huge difference between the 2 products, but because on the bottle it says professional strength, quick dry, natural olive color. How they describe this product. So that's a big thing to be afraid of whenever you're trying to self-tan, is that you don't want to look orange. And a lot of them do have orange undertones. So I wanted to show you guys that literally this does have an olive undertone. So I did take my mitt. It's super dirty. But as you can see here at the bottom, all of that yellow and green, that is literally from this self-tanner. So when they say that it does have an olive undertone, they're not lying. It really does have an olive undertone. So that's why it looks so natural. So that is a super huge bonus. I'm going to show you guys the difference between the Jergens formulation and the Loving Tan formulation, and then I will go ahead and show you guys the difference between the medium and the dark. So the color is very intimidating when you first put it onto the mitt. So this is the dark right there. Here is the medium. Right there, which is still dark, but of course it is lighter. And then here is the Jergens. Right there. So as you guys can see, the Jergens is running. These two are definitely more moussey, and that just is another thing that goes to show that you get what you pay for, because that's super light and it does get pretty dark. Sometimes I'll just touch up my tan with this, because with the Loving Tan you are supposed to exfoliate every time before you do it, and you can layer it on, which I have not tried yet, but it does say to exfoliate. So that's one thing, and my only complaint really about this, besides that my dispenser is messy, is that you have to exfoliate between each use. So it's not a big deal. I just use raw cane sugar that you buy in a bag at Walmart and use that to exfoliate. But I wanted to show you guys the difference between the formulations so that you know that you really are getting a high quality product. So again, and I wish I had the ultra dark to show you guys, but I don't. But so there's the dark, the medium, and then this is the Jergens deep bronze. So you guys can totally see the quality difference that you're gonna get between these products. And I'm super, super impressed with them, and I will continue to buy them just because they're really worth the money. And then another thing that I did want to touch on is the fact that it does have a scent. When you first apply it, it smells really good. It's really like fruity and very light, kind of almost like a fruity vanilla. And then slowly but surely throughout the day, it does turn into that self-tanning smell, which is the price you pay if you don't want to expose yourself to damaging sun rays. So you take your pick. You can either damage your skin or you can smell like self-tanner. It doesn't bother me at all. It is a smell that some people hate, but I did want to let you guys know that because sometimes that can deter people from making a purchase. So just keep that in mind, that most self-tanners are going to have a scent, but it really is so much better for your skin not to expose it to the sun rays, because I would much rather be pale as hell and have really pretty flawless skin for as long as possible than be super tan and wrinkly and dried up. So it is really important to take care of your skin and, you know, take any kind of preventative measures possible. So I am all for self-tanning. I will continue to do it forever and continue to like bathe in sunscreen before I go out in the sun, just because, you know, there are other ways to be tan, and this is a really great way. And I will try to layer this on for you guys maybe like 2 or 3 days, because this does last for about a week and a half on me before I start to see it kind of get patchy. But it's nothing too dramatic. When it does get patchy, it just kind of starts to wear off, where for instance, I shave my arms. Not a lot of people, or not everyone, does shave their arms, but I do. So of course it does strip the color more when I shave my arms every single day. And then using lotion too is another thing that's going to strip it down. So I'm pretty sure I covered everything: the price, how it smells, how long it lasts, anything like that. But if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to leave me a comment down below, because I'll be glad to answer that and answer it as best as I can. But other than that, is that Grayson? Say hey! Say hey, YouTube! Blow me a kiss. Say mwah! Mwah! So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you're interested in seeing how I do my self-tanning, then just keep watching. Okay, so I kind of wanted to show you guys what it looks like compared to my natural skin tone and the tan, which the lights of course are going to wash out a little bit, and I still do have some self-tanner left over. But as you can see, my face is super fair, and I do a sloppy job on my neck just because, you know, it doesn't really make a difference because I'm going to put makeup on over it, and if I don't have makeup on, then I'm just at home anyway. So this is the arm that has the Loving Tan tanner on it, which again I use the shade dark, and this is the arm that does not have it. I actually used my Jergens, which is like $10 from the drugstore, so of course it is not near the quality of Loving Tan, and it is more orange and a lot more sheer, and I did show you guys the formulation difference between those two, so you know that it's a really big difference. But again, this is supposed to process for 6 hours, and it's only been on for maybe 10-15 minutes, so of course the difference is not going to be that huge. And I do sleep in mine overnight, so it's even darker the next day. Okay, so using my Tropez Mint, which is very dirty. It said on the instructions to clean after every time, but I wanted to show you guys how it does leave an olive residue. And even if you look on the bottle, it also has some green to it. If you can see up here around the rim that there's a lot of green. So what I like to do is take 2 pumps, not 2 full pumps, so maybe like a pump and a half. Since it is so dark, I don't want to add too much. So I'm just going to start at the bottom of my arm and work my way up. I did put my hair up whenever I did my chest and arms just because I didn't want it to get messy, and you want to make sure that you get the back of your neck so that if you wear your hair up, it's not stark white back there. So what you want to do is just work really quickly and rub it all around. I do like to take it down on my hand so that my hand is not stark white, but I don't do that initially because then my hand would be way too dark. I like to spread the product out first. So you just want to make sure that you're getting everywhere. This is probably not going to be that great of an application because I'm so far away and my viewfinder is so tiny, but I definitely recommend that you do this in front of a mirror so that you can see where you're missing places. And since it is the winter time, I don't do my legs, and I also don't do my underarms just because I'm going to be wearing long sleeves. This is just basically for like a glow on my chest to match my NC20 makeup. So that's really the only reason why I continue to self-tan. So I'm just going to take a little bit more and apply that onto this area here. And since I already did do my chest, I did take it over to this far, so I still want to make sure that that is blended together and I don't have a harsh line. But I'm not going to worry too much about getting it onto my shoulder. So, and when doing your hands, you want to make sure that you do get into the cracks a little bit and up onto your fingers so that it's not such a big difference, because again, this is super dark. And if you were to get the ultra dark formulation, then you would definitely want to make sure that you're covering everything as well as you can. Which again, it doesn't have to be perfect, and it does look streaky when you apply it, but once you get in the shower to wipe it off, or to wash it off, then it is going to look totally different. So I just like to go back there and make sure everything is blended. And making sure that I get it onto the side of my hand and onto my wrist nicely, so I don't have anything too harsh. And then really that's about it. So of course you just want to make sure everything is blended and take your time, but you do kind of work quickly. So find a balance between working quickly and taking your time to make sure you have the product is spread evenly. So that's super important. But again, let me just show you guys the difference. Of course, I just applied this and this has been on for maybe 20 minutes now. So that is the difference between my arms, which again, the back sides of my arms are super bare, so you're not really gonna be able to tell a big difference right now. But I definitely love this stuff, and I'm going to put their Instagram down in the description box so you guys can go check out all the before and after pictures, because I was not able to find adequate lighting to get a really good before and after picture. So again, just compare my face to my body, because that's a pretty good comparison, except for the fact that of course it still has to develop. So yes, this product is definitely worth the hype. It's definitely worth your money and the extra money, because I know there are plenty of drugstore alternatives, and I'm not at all saying that I've tried every self-tanner, because I recently just got into self-tanning anyway during the summer, and I've only tried one other kind. But Loving Tan, the results don't lie on their Instagram, and my personal results don't lie. It's so natural and so pretty, and it's definitely a good quality to have because it has that olive undertone, and it's not going to be orange like any of the other self-tanners that I've seen pictures of and heard people talk about. So yes, definitely 2 thumbs up, worth the hype, and you guys need to get it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, because I might not have gone into depth like you would have liked, just feel free to leave me a comment down below and I'll answer the question as best as I can. And if you guys have any other video requests, of course you can just let me know too, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.